What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Your boy, TheDreadMan, is back, and I'm back with a fan movie review. I just got done seeing the movie from DC, Birds of Prey, and let me tell you that it surprised the hell out of me. Now, just a quick premise of the movie. This is a Harley Quinn solo film. Well, it's not really a solo film without really giving too many spoilers. Well, you guys seen the movie trailer, or you guys seen the movie poster, so you should already know that Black Canary and Huntress and Detective Montoya are in it, so yeah. But basically, it's what happens post Suicide Squad. They don't really go too deep into it, but Harley Quinn and the Joker split up, and she's trying to find her own identity, both physically and as far as her reputation, because people don't know her without the Joker. And you can pretty much say that as far as the mainstream audience, because if you know Harley Quinn, then you know the Joker. Because for the longest time, Harley Quinn was a B, C level villain slash super villain, but now she's a lot more mainstream thanks to the DC movies and Margot Robbie. But yeah, basically, premise of the movie starts with her breaking up with Joker in the most explosive way. I put that literally, minor spoilers by the way. But yeah, and it starts with her basically just being on the run from the majority of the criminal underworld of Gotham City. There's not really too many people in the movie that she does not piss off, minus Black Canary and Huntress. She pisses off Detective Montoya quite a bit, but that's neither here nor there. But as far as the acting in the movie, the acting is tremendous. Now, a lot of people kind of pissed on the movie Suicide Squad. They said it was I personally didn't really think it was anything wrong with that movie. There was a couple of minor little gripes and complaints, but it wasn't terrible like a lot of the so-called movie critics claimed that it was. Now, as far as Margot Robbie's performance as Harley Quinn, it was spectacular. I loved her performance. Now, a lot of people will kind of peg it as because there was a lot of fourth wall breaking and black comedy in the movie, a la Deadpool. Basically, you could say that Harley Quinn in this movie is a more or less of a gender swap Deadpool. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd be more critical of it if it didn't work, but hey, it worked. It worked tremendously. Now, as far as the other characters, Detective Montoya, played by Rosie Perez, man, it's been a while since I've seen her on screen, and she kicked ass. She did her job. And they make references to how she acts too much like a cop, how the stereotypical hard-nosed detective slash police officer acts in movies, and she does fit that stereotype, but the way they make fun of it makes it work even more. Now, as far as Black Canary and Huntress for me, well, Huntress and Black Canary for me pretty much stole the show. As far as the acting and their little side roles, they weren't in the movie as much as I would have liked them to be. Well, actually, yes, they were. They probably got a good maybe hour of screen time, while Harley Quinn got the majority of it. And without spoiling too much, the movie goes from sort of a black superhero comedy to kind of a keep away heist film kind of thing, especially in the last 45 minutes of the movie, and you will see why. But the movie, for me, it did what it was supposed to do. Like I said, this movie kind of came out of left for me because I was not expecting it to pop up this soon. I mean, I was aware of a Harley Quinn film in the works, but it really did work. And there's some people who are griping and complaining about the movie being too female heavy, but hey, I liked it. I mean, it worked for me. Now, as far as the villain or villains in the movie, Roman Sionis, aka Black Mask, and Victor Zsasz. That's a funny sounding name, Victor Zsasz. But the villains in the movie, I liked them because they were both comic booky, and they were comic booky and over the top, but they did it in a very, very comedic way. And like I said, the fourth wall breaking in this movie, that's kind of what made this movie. It made it a hell of a lot better. They didn't do it too much. As a matter of fact, they didn't really do it at all in Suicide Squad. And I think that's kind of what made this better. Is the fact that this movie, while it's kind of supposed to be a solo film, it was meant to be a fun take on it. It was meant to not really be taken serious. Like, you know what? Have fun, laugh at the over the top, insane action and the violence and the gore. Like once again, a gender swap Deadpool. Now, I don't really have too many gripes and complaints with this movie. The only gripe and complaint that a lot of people might have is the pacing of this movie. The pacing of this movie is very, very fast if you don't keep up. Especially, you will be lost if you didn't really watch the previous DC Cinematic Universe movies. But in this movie, Harley Quinn, as the narrator, she catches you up on the action as best she can. Now, there's a couple little things where she jumps back and forth. There's a few flashbacks in the movie where she explains certain characters' backstories. But I feel like with the way she did it and how she did it, it fit perfectly into it without confusing you. Now, as far as the action, I would give the action a 10. I'll give the story about an 8. I would give the comedy about a 9. I would give the action and special effects, I'll give it a 9.5. And my overall ranking for this movie, I will give Birds of Prey an 8.5 out of 10. This movie was great. I really did like it for what it was. And I'm interested to see where they're going to go as far as the DC Cinematic Universe for future movies, because we're probably going to get a Birds of Prey sequel, and also we're getting a Suicide Squad sequel also with Margot Robbie in that. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's my talk on this movie. If you guys seen the movie yet, and try to keep it as spoiler free as possible, but let me know what you thought of it in the comments, and I will see you guys later. This has been the Dreadman. Peace.